Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're doing something a little interesting and I want to let you all know what it is. But before I do, if you would like, comment, and subscribe, and definitely comment and tell me if you like this idea or not. But what we are doing today is actually what I'm planning on doing is doing a series about old deck lists that were, popular at the time, that won or did very well in a Mythic championship or a Pro Tour, and seeing how it works now. So this is the top 8 Jun list by Zhang Ziyang. I don't know if that's correct, but it's his Jun list, and it was in the 2018 Mythic Championship 4. And this is when Hogak was around, so as you can tell, we have Leyline of the Void. It's a lot of graveyard hate, but it's just a traditional Jun list. And I was kind of curious to see, how it fares today in the current metagame. If there are certain things that we can take away that was good about this list and what's bad. And I was just thinking it was an interesting list, interesting idea. And I mean, as you can see, it's a traditional Jun list. It seems pretty decent. Honestly, even in the current metagame, Graveyard is very, synergistic these days. So, sideboard Line of the Void, Tua seemed a little weird. I'm not sure exactly why that's the case. But it's still fine. The main deck looks pretty good. Scavenging News is actually one of the I think it's a pretty powerful card right now. Tarmogoyf's always pretty decent. Things I'm a little bit concerned about is Bloodbraid Elf. Haven't been a huge fan of that, and Maelstrom Pulse. I don't think that's the best card currently. But we'll see how it goes. And as for the land base, I think the Raging Ravines are bad. I think if you want to be running a man land these days, it should be Den of the Bugbear. And I think it's just a better version. It comes in untapped. You don't have to worry about that. But we'll see how this goes. I'm very interested to see, if this can even hold up to the power level of the current day Modern. So yeah, just please let me know before I get into this first match if you guys like this idea. I think it's going to be interesting. I'm going to be trying to do this for the next, little bit at least to see, what's going on. It gives me a little bit unique decks. And if you all, let me know if you all want to see the winning list from these Mythic Championship qualifiers, or if just a list that I find interesting. Some of the lists it's going to be hard to copy because some of them have banned cards and it's going to be a little bit difficult, but I will try my best to find a list. So if you just let me know, and I'm getting into the first match. Right, we're into the first match, and our hand seems, decently respectable. We have a, Inquisition on 1 and 2 an Abrupt Decay or Ooze. So we have some, decent things going on. Bobbling themselves, so I'm assuming this might be, is it Murktide? But I'm not certain. Just don't go turn 1 Ragavan, please. Oh, that's not what we wanted to see. Not what we wanted to see, but, it is what it is. Let's just, draw a Bolt or something. No. No, no, no. Consider or Lightning Bolt. I'm not actually thinking their hand is particularly strong here, but what is better against us? So I guess we'll take the Bolt for our Ooze, but I'm honestly not even sure if that's right. I think it's probably better to take the Bolt, but I could be convinced that taking Consider is better. I think both of those are kind of reasonable. Please just don't hit something good. Nothing good, please. No Tarmogoyfs, just a land. Thank God. Whew! Alright. We're okay. We're okay. We are, I don't know if we're okay, but we're not just dead here. And we do have an Abrupt Decay, so we're feeling pretty decent about this position. What are they going to do? Who knows? Who knows? So they got a mystery card. They can't counter it, which is the main thing that's nice about Abrupt Decay here. So we can just wait till their, upkeep, or not, till their attack phase. So feeling pretty decent about this game. They're bobbling now, which is kind of interesting. Consider, they drew the card with Consider. I'm not particularly certain why they're doing that, considering they were going to draw the card anyways. But okay, are they just slamming Murktide here? Okay, that's kind of scary, but again, we do have an answer to it. We have, our Liliana. It might not be fast enough, They might draw a counterspell for it, so definitely some issues here. Yeah, let's just shock here. Just shock. We're gonna have the Abrupt Decay, the Ragavan here, and then depending on what we draw, we're probably just gonna have the Liliana. So yep, we will. Black, green, Abrupt Decay there. So I think, they have 4 cards in hand. Jesus. Jeebus. That's a lot of cards. That is quite a few cards. 2 cards. I'm considering whether or not we need to kill this Murktide this turn or the following turn. And if it's worth waiting. I think it's going to depend on what we draw here. Very dependent. They're making us mill too. Okay, so they milled a Lily, so I'm gonna assume that they don't have an answer for Lily then. Because why else would they do that? Not terribly certain, but if they have an answer, they have an answer. Sweet. That is very good for us. And now we have, Tarmogoyf Ooze. We have some good things going for us. That was fantastic. And next turn, I think we might just slam the Goyf here. I'm not actually certain though. It's kind of hard to say. So let's see. Expressive, sure. Alright. I'm feeling very good about this game. Not like we're gonna win, but like a lot better than I thought this game could go, considering they had, starting out Ragavan into whatchamacallit, the Murktide. Those were all problematic things, but we are doing okay now. Doing okay. Blackleaf Cliffs. So we could go Ooze, eat, Murktide or Ragavan. That doesn't seem particularly strong, so I'm just going to go Tarmogoyf and pass the turn. 6/7 Goyf is not something to, just be like, it's nothing, but turn off auto yields. I mean, we do have a pretty fast clock here. We might honestly end up bolting them, but again, it's going to be hard to say. Second expressive iteration is kind of spooky. Okay, they just pass here. So if we bolt them down to 12, is that worth it? Is that worth it? This is actually kind of difficult. Do we want to bolt them? No, let's play it safe. I could be convinced that it is like the right thing to do, but let's just go Bloodbraid Elf here. Let's not hit a Pyromancer, although it's never a bad card. Bolt is obviously the case where we would have, won the game. Fatal Push would be bad. Dark Confidant, fine. Alright. I'm feeling very good about this game. We have lethal essentially in hand. Not really, but like it'd be hard for them to get out of this position. We have 5 points of burn in hand. We have, 3 threats on the board. So essentially all of these are lethal threats. They cast another expressive iteration, so that's not bad, but I think they're dead here, especially with 2 mana up. I don't know what they could have. An Unholy Heat? They might have the 2-for-1 to kill this Goyf. Like go Unholy Heat, bolt it. They heat the Confidant, but I don't think that's going to do it. Maybe? I don't know what else they could have. Maybe like a Ragavan to block, but we do have that covered. Brazen Borrower? Okay, now we just have lethal in hand. Maybe we'll just go to combat, attack, probably just, chump block here, bolt there. But we'll see. Oh, we have extra lethal now. We have extra lethal now. Let's see. Yeah, we're just going to bolt here. We don't really want to K command. Unholy Heat. Interesting that they're not Unholy Heating the Tarmogoyf. I feel like that might be better. I guess there are quite a few things that they're going to lose to, but I think, you know, trading for Goyf there is just like the better trade for them. Or not trading, but like essentially getting Goyf off the battlefield. Like they lose to Ren and 6, but like they're already in a very bad position. They just need to like, you know, cross their fingers. But anyways, we got that one. So the ley lines actually look pretty decent here. I think not the collector brutalities, the Senile spell bombs seem good. What seems bad? I like all of the removal spells. I like all the discard spells. I like the abrupt decay, and I like the maelstrom pulses. Dark Confidant might be decent. I think we can trim on oozes, although oozes are pretty decent in the matchup, but I think it's too mana intensive for this matchup, so I think we can trim on those. Goyfs are fine. It's weird because Confidant's like not bad, but it's also like kind of fragile. So I can definitely see cutting the card. Cutting a Raging Ravine, I think I'm fine with, especially on the draw. We kind of, you know, we're gonna be a little bit more land heavy anyways. Anything else we want? Anything else we would want or don't want? I think on the draw there might be some consideration for Plague Engineer, but I still don't think we want that card. Collector Brutality also could be considered, but I think we definitely don't want it on the play because Ren and 6 is such a good card against them. So, what do we want to trim? K-Command's fine. I think we need the Maelstrom Pulses and Lilies. It might be a little too overboard though. Maybe we can just trim a Bloodbraid Elf. Like we have more 1-drops now. It's not as powerful, and like the game is a little bit, you know, faster these days. And I think Bloodbraid Elf, like while it was a powerhouse in the past, now it's like it's a little too slow to be playing Bloodbraid Elf. So we'll just ship those out of here. And I think Ooze, it's the same thing with Ooze. Ooze is like intrinsically, it's like a very powerful card, but like currently you just can't afford to be playing it. Like, I mean, I think this is a matchup for it, and this hand's fantastic. So we will snap keep it. We have an answer for one of their threats, and then hopefully we just don't get ran over before then. They're on a Mold of 6, which against Jun's never great for them. So we have, you know, 2-for-1. We have like all 2-for-1s in an early answer, so I think we're okay with this hand. We are all good with this hand. I'm trying to think if we want to Fatal Push a Ragavan on our turn. Okay. Well, it makes our decision easier. We will just Fatal Push this on our turn. If it was a Ragavan, I think it would have been kind of close. And I don't think I would have, but like there are definitely reasons to and not to. So, but we will just Fatal Push this on our turn. We just don't want them to get like a snowball effect. Don't want them to snowball out of control. Mishra's Bauble. Okay, they look at our top card. I am kind of concerned, though, about Ragavan still. The card is kind of scary. Maybe we should just wait. We kind of don't have an answer for it. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just wait. Wait till their combat here. It like does give them like a little bit of extra value, but I think I'm fine giving them that. Because we don't really have like a way to, yeah, so this is precisely why. Because like if we just let them have Ragavan, we don't really have a way in our hand to get rid of it until the next turn. I think Ragavan is the one way they get back into this game. So I'm fine waiting a little bit. Like they're on 3 cards, they kept a card on top, and like if they didn't keep a card on top, I think I would have like maybe considered not holding Fatal Push for Ragavan. Oh god, we're literally flooded. But I think Ragavan is a reasonable card for them to keep on top. Or very reasonable, especially when they're on a mole, so. Please not another Ragavan, sweet. Expressive is fine. Although it will be allowing them to attack for 3, but Aether Gust? Interesting. Interesting. Let's just not get a land into Ragavan. That would be obviously worst case scenario, but other than that, I'm feeling quite decent about this game. We just get to go Lily, 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 Lily. Like, that's just kind of what I think the game plan for this game is. Just kind of seems like it's the game plan. Liliana, so one thing I do love about Liliana right now is I think this card is, like, so good in this metagame. So good. Like, controls everywhere, and, like, the decks like this, Liliana is just so good against them. Yes, we will just play Lily, down tick. Yield through the turn. Now, I guess Ragavan's still the only card we're, like, really scared about. But I think we're fine against Ragavan. I think we will be okay against a Ragavan. Yes, they're probably just hitting us and hoping to hit, like, discard spell or bolt. One would assume. Oh, they're attacking Lily. Interesting. I guess they know about that Lily, so they probably think we only have one. But I don't know if that would have been worth it to me. To me, I don't think that's worth it, but... do we want to play that? Oops, well, I should have considered this more. I think we'll just play out the Bloodbraid Elf here. Just play it out. Don't hit, like, Fatal Push obviously is not the best, but Wrenn and 6, fantastic. Yield through the turn. We'll hold it back for Ragavan. Hold it back for the Ragavan. I feel pretty confident that this game's also over. But you never know. You never know. Okay, Unholy Heat. It's fine. I think we're just going to play Lilies here. Let's see. Another land. Boo. At some point, we probably want to fetch another land that produces black, because this is going to be kind of annoying for the rest of the game. But I'm going to take the opportunity to get our Raging Ravine down. Again, I think we have longevity here, so just not letting Ragavan hit us is the game plan. I think that's the way we lose, although there are, like, definitely scenarios where we still lose this game. But we're feeling pretty confident. Pretty confident. Let's see. Like, if they go Heat or, like, Bolt the Elf, swing in with Ragavan, like, maybe that's a world where they can get back in, and then they'd have to hit, like, I don't even know at that point. Something absurdly good, like... What even one drops we have? Like I don't even know. Again, it's gonna be hard for them to come back. Maybe like double DRC could work, something like that. It has to be like a pretty decent turn here. Or if they go maybe Murktide Ragavan, that could be like a possible route in their eyes, although we have that covered. So I'm feeling like most lines I'm thinking of are like just them dead. So it is a bolt. I think it's a bolt Ragavan type of hand. Or are they attacking Lily? No, they're attacking us. I think this is the right play for them. I think you need to attack us. Goyf, obviously that would be very good for them, but they can't play it. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's nothing else here that we can do, right? We're just gonna tick up. And then I guess we're just holding up K command here. We could just go tick up K command, tick up. I guess this is pretty decent for us. Yeah, so we will Inquisition them. See what's up. DRC, Murktide. Okay, Ragavan's obviously the best card here. Let's just tick up, discard our Bloodstain Mire. I think a Ragavan is not as bad as them. Are we fine with them getting Murktide down? That is a question. That is a down tick with Lily. I don't think so. Let's do discard and return our Bloodbraid Elf. Nope, not artifact. Discard and return Bloodbraid Elf. Yep. So again, we are hoping. Okay, they just conceded. Sweet. Let's say we were hoping to dodge a Ragavan there, but they just conceded. So sweet. I'll see you all in match number 2. Okay, we're back here for match number 2, and obviously this is not a keeper. So yeah, that is it's close. You know, if this hand had 1 land in it, I might consider it, but. We're on the draw. I'm going to keep this hand. I'm kind of curious what we're supposed to bin here. It's probably the Wren, right? Or the Bloodbraid Elf. I think it's Bloodbraid Elf here. We have a decent amount of lands here. We will be fine, right? Just draw a land, right? That's not a land. That's not a land. That's not what we're looking for. What is blue? What does island mean? I'm not really certain. And they're tanking. Maybe they're thinking about considering here. Typically, you don't want to consider in response. Okay, it's oh, they're thinking about force negationing that. Okay, well, we'll take the shardless. Take the shardless. Oh, their hand's pretty good against ours. Considering these these two fire ices are gonna really make our hand awkward here, but if we draw 2 lands in a row, maybe we'll be okay. Maybe, just maybe, we'll be fine. Dark Confidant obviously not looking fantastic against them. But I think this might be an okay matchup. I'm not sure. Land, please. Alright, sweet. Not going to crack it because for 2 reasons. One, we want to draw land, and second of all, we want to, you know, play around Fire Ice on this. So like if we draw another fetch land or, you know, like a basic mountain or something, we could just play our Wrenn and 6 out. Oh, did they find a Cascader? Because that's going to be awkward. I don't know why they would fetch like this. Other than, yeah, they found a Cascader. That's pretty shitty for us. But, you know, Tarmogoyf's a pretty good card to resolve. Pretty decent one. Oh, wait, turn off all yields. Turn off all yields. Okay. I'm guessing we want a stomping ground here just to get all of our sources. Blackleaf Cliffs. It's not a bad one, but we do know they have force negation. So let's just run out our Goyf here. Or we honestly, so I guess we could just run out Lily here because then it allows us to go Wrenn plus Tarmogoyf next turn. Take 10, then take 6, 7. We're at 2. That's kind of shitty, right? I think that's us dead if we do that, though. Because let's say so we slam the Lily, right? They force negation, obviously. Then they attack us for 10, we're at 9. Then we go Wrenn, buy fetch land, fetch, get forest, go to 8, play Goyf, we're at 2. We're dead to we're essentially dead to any blue card in their hand at that point. So but it's like, how are we beating this fire? I think we should go with the Lily plan. It's like really hard to do this, but they should just force negation here. Yes, and they fetch the fire ice. Okay, that's good for us. The problem is it's just really hard to beat this board anyway, but like definitely gonna be even more difficult if they drew another fire ice or something. We couldn't beat that. Or if they have another threat here, we're just dead. But this also gives us outs to drawing a fatal push, which would be very good. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. They draw a Fire Ice. They drew a Fire Ice, that's pretty brutal. Bolt. Bolt doesn't really do much, so we'll just go Rin. I think this is our only line. We kind of have to get, ahead somehow here. We're dead to, Brazen Borrower. We're dead to literally almost everything out of their deck. Forest. Let's just get our Goif down. They're probably just dead. They're kind of like, playing a little slowly here, which makes me think that we're dead. Yeah, I think we're dead. Okay. Yeah, dead gone does it. All right. Well, that's, shitty, but it is kind of how that matchup goes. So, what do we have for this matchup? Maelstrom Pulses are obviously good. Oozes are probably bad. I'm convinced Dark Confidant's not very good either. Everything else is probably just fine. All the discard spells are fine. Collective Brutality might be, like, decent? Might be decent. I'm more convinced that Ooze is actually, like, fine here. But Dark Confidant is just, like, unplayable. So, I guess we want Brutalities here, just to take some things. I don't really think there's much else that we could have here for this matchup, so I'm just going to swap the Brutalities for Dark Confidant and say go. Say go with this. I mean, it's going to be hard. This is definitely one of those harder matchups for this. We're a lot slower these days. Or not these days, but it's a lot slower with this older list. And like their deck is really feeding on tempo, and considering we're slower, it's going to be hard to make up for it. It's going to be hard. Maybe Ooze is better than Confidant. Like, one is better than the other. Oh my god. Yeah, no. They're a tempo deck. We can't keep that. All right, this hand's fine. Bolt's probably not that great in this matchup, and I think I'm fine having lands. Bolt probably should have came out too. I think Bolt's honestly just not that good against them. Just not that good. Let's just play our Overgrown Tomb and see what damage they got for us. See how bad it is. Let's just hope they got nothing, right? Nothing. Wooded Foothills, boo. Just like, no land go. That would have been like the dream. Run in 6? Honestly, any spells are like okay. Any spells, please. Please. Ooh, Seasoned Pyromancer? It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Let's just duress them. Just hit a duress. Maybe this is good, maybe it's not. Maybe not. So let's see what their hand is. This is just good for information too. They have Blood Moon. Okay. Well, that is good to know. Their hand is, wow. Wowzers, their hand is very good. Okay, jeez. Okay. So I guess we're fetching a... Oh, this is awkward, right? We kind of want to fetch a swamp with this for the Blood Moon, but we kind of don't have that luxury because we need this Pyromancer. That's not good. So they play their Wooded Foothills, which is fine. And yeah, this is awkward. I don't know what to do this turn. I'm not gonna lie, because Pyromancer is like okay, but I'm not even certain about that because there's definitely some bad things about this hand. Blackleaf Cliffs. Oh my god. So, I mean, how bad do we want to lose this Blood Moon, I guess, is the question. And I think we're just going to have to play this Bloodstained Mire and say go. Like, I don't really think we can do much other than that. Because I think we're going to need this double black at some point. And they're just going to get basic island with this Misty. So we're kind of like in a bad spot for sure. Let's see what they do. So they get their basic, you know, we knew that was going to happen. Blood Moon's fine. We're going to get a swamp here. I don't think we can win this game, to be honest. I don't think it's possible unless we draw our basic forest here. Which that would have been it. That would have been it. Alright, let's just play Pyromancer, ditch these 2 lands. Like, these 2 lands aren't going to help us. Maelstrom Pulse might be able to. Okay. Yeah, we really need this forest here. Really need the forest. Really, really, really. Oh my. I don't know if you guys can hear my roommate too, which is... Not sure if you all can or not, but if you can, that's funny. Alright, so they got their Blood Moon down. We are definitely not in a good spot, right? Blood Moon is... yeah. Blood Moon's pretty much the death sentence for us. I mean, they still have 6 cards, and they're not affected at all by it, while we literally don't have a castable card in our hand. So if we don't draw this forest, I would say this or next turn. I might just have to pack it in. But who knows? Maybe we can make it awkward for them. I mean, they just cast shardless. So, I mean, I don't think we really have a chance. I mean, it's kind of like, I think it was going to be scripted, like, okay. I'll give it one more draw. Give it one more draw. But I think it was pretty obvious that this was going to be a hard one. Looking at our sideboard, we don't really have much for this matchup. You kind of need a lot of help in this matchup in the first place, because I don't think it's very, like, you know, it's not the best matchup in the world before. Like, even with, like, Jund Saga, like, it's kind of hard, but with this deck, it's even more difficult. We will trade. We shall trade. If we had, like, that Verdant a turn earlier, we might have had a shot, though. If we would have gotten to, you know, fetch our forest. I think our hand actually probably would have been able to beat it. But here, don't think it's going to happen unless we draw on this forest right here and right now. But if we draw here, we might be okay. Inquisition and concede. Yeah. I mean, wow. Their hand was... Yeah. I don't even know if we could have beaten their hand even with it. But, all right. I'll see you all for match number 3. Here for match number 3, and we are on the play, which is nice. And our hand looks pretty decent. Not sure if it's good against Kahira, but there's a chance it is very good against Kahira, but I'm not actually certain, so we shall see. There's a chance this is either elementals or control, and Bolt is either... Okay, I'm assuming this is control. One would assume. Let's just get a Blood Crypt here. Oh, that's so awkward. Oh my god, we've drawn all the basics, which is something to say the least. No prismatic ending, please! Pray up, pray up, pray up! So, yeah, this is definitely control, right? Has to be. Maybe they spreading seas instead of prismatic ending here. White, blue, yeah, prismatic ending seems like the play here. Maybe we can get them off their feet here. Oh, that's like the worst draw. That was like the worst draw in our deck. Please, just please don't slam a Teferi 2. Please don't do Teferi 3. That's just game over, right? Right, has to be. It's gotta be game over at that point. God, we're even like a... Oh, okay. We might have a chance. We might have a chance. Thought they were going to have, you know, something here. Renin 6 or Liliana, please. Just not Fatal Push. Bolt's pretty shitty, too. Bolt's not great. We might just be countering the Bloodbraid Elf here, to be honest. Because this is like a fair amount of pressure. Is this a charm? On the Bloodbraid Elf? That'd feel a little awkward to me, but I'm not sure. Oh, they're drawing 2. Okay. They must have a sweeper then. Probably just have Supreme Verdict, and we don't have a way around that. I mean, I don't think not slamming the Bloodbraid Elf there is correct. Oh, they play a tapped source. Bouncing the ooze? Alright. I mean, we'll Abrupt Decay to Fairy here. And I think we're just going to attack them and not play the ooze out. Like, I don't know if this is wrong, but I don't think it's, like, horrible either. Like, if they play Big Teferi and Tuck, obviously that's pretty bad for us. But they don't. Okay. That's not a bad one. Let's just attack with good old... What is this? Is this Shark Typhoon? Solitude. Oh, God. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. That's not really what we wanted to see. Alright, so let's just play our Lily. Just edict them, as great as that isn't. Ooze and say go. I mean, we are... How they still have 7 cards is beyond me. I mean, I guess all of their cards have, like, redrawn things. I mean, this ooze is representing, what, 3 damage over 2 turns? Or over 1 turn? So maybe... I don't know. It's going to be pretty hard to crawl back from this one. Prismatic the... Okay. Alright. Come on, ooze. Do your job. Eat the solitude. Get in there. There are 5. Let's crack this peatland. Bolt. Alright. We might be able to get there if they draw 2 here with Charm. We're going to bolt in response. Bolt. Bolt. Wow. Woo! That was a game. Okay. Wowzers. Okay. Oof. Alright, what do we want here? I think Fulminator Mage is fine. Brutality is fine. Spellbomb might be fine. I don't even think it's really that great, but we probably have a lot of things we don't want, like Fatal Pushes. Oh, Maelstrom Pulse feels pretty shitty, not gonna lie. Don't think we want that. Decay really doesn't feel that great either. Goyfs are never that great. Oozes aren't that great. Like, we just have a bunch of things that are like semi bad, semi okay. Bolts aren't that great. Pulse might just be better than bolts here. Bolts are pretty abysmal. Pretty abysmal. Grudge is kind of like useless, it feels like. Let's just trim the bolts here. Bolts are like just so bad. Okay, I think we need all of our 2-drops. Don't think there's really, I mean, maybe cutting on the Abrupt Decay and like a Ooze is fine. They're not a Snapcaster deck, I don't think. But are those worse than Nile Spellbombs? And I think Ooze is better than Spellbomb here. The better question is Abrupt Decay or Spellbomb better? That I do not know. That I don't know. Let's think. What could they have? We're not really worried about Chalice. We only have 6 1-drops, and we do have ways to deal with it if we really need to. So that is the question here. This can kill maybe like a Teferi, maybe like a Spreading Seas, which feels like useless. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. I'm not sure if that's right or wrong. Well, this is a, yeah, no, this is not a keep. Sad. Against the control deck, you don't want to be mulliganing. But this hand's pretty decent. I actually think we're going to bottom... Is it Ooze? Or is it a land? Is it ooze or land? It's one of those two, I think. Could even be the spell bomb, like just to be safe. But I think we kind of need a density spells here. Just gonna put back the Raging Ravine, call it a day. Uh-oh. Come on, deck. Don't poop on us now. They slam a Chalice. God, that would be brutal. It'd be funny because, like, we talked about how Chalice really isn't that great against us, but it would be so bad here. So bad. Okay, let's see what they're doing. We were just playing this as, like, literally as a cycler. I think it's better than Abrupt Decay and stuff like that. It's not very good, but, I mean, we are cycling our Spell Bomb here. That is our goal. Alright, Fetch Land is good. Fetch Land's actually fantastic. Hit him with the Inquisition. They counter this? Surezies. Yeah, let's just get a Bloodstained Mire, fetch a Overgrown Tomb, and let's play our run in 6. Let's get it online. So that's kind of what the bait spell was there. If they play Rest in Peace here, that'd be pretty brutal, but we still have this Maelstrom Pulse for it. But they might have counter spells. You never know. Is this a Chalice? Please be a Chalice. I really don't care about a Chalice. Or is this a... Oh, it's probably a Prismatic Ending. I'm just being stupid. I'm just being dumb. Okay. So what did we fetch with last turn? I think it was the Bloodstained Mire. Yeah, so let's play the Bloodstained Mire. We can just fetch here. Probably just another Tomb or Blood Crypt, sure. Why not? Why not? Let's play our Spell Bomb. See if they do anything. Probably, yeah, I wouldn't assume so. Play our Ooze. Ooh, we should have kept the Overgrown Tomb untapped. That was a mistake. That was 1,000% a mistake. We want to be able to cycle the Spell Bomb on their end step here. Alright, they draw 2, which is fine. I don't think there's any real reason to eat anything out of their bin right now. I mean, we have Spell Bomb at the very least. I mean, we will at the end step just because we messed up on the tapping here. And we don't really have anything better to do with it now. But I think they have a Prismatic Ending. Or is this a Teferi? Okay. Tef, probably just ticking up. Are they down ticking? They must have a Prismatic then, right? Yeah. I'd say that really won't make much. Oh, I forgot to eat something in response. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Well, it's okay. Geez. Quite a few lands here. Are we... I mean, I think if they have a Solitude, we're not in great shape, but... I think we kind of want to get this Teferi off the board here. Alright. It's pretty good. It's not bad for us. Honestly, didn't expect that to happen. So I don't think they have a Solitude, or else they would have easily Solituded that. So let's just play our Ooze. It's not really that great of a threat, but it's, it's a threat nonetheless. And I guess we can fetch out our Forest here. Yeah, play our Goyf. They might be able to 2-for-1 us with a Supreme Verdict, but again, that's like fine. It's not great, obviously, but it's... Oh, they have Breeding Pool? Interesting. That's something, to say the least. Definitely something. Ooh, we shouldn't F6. I'm used to F6ing on not my turn, but definitely shouldn't be doing that here. It seems like a Verdict. Just fine. Still think we're like decent here. Oops, what's going on? Okay. Collective Brutality. It's not a bad one. We'll definitely pitch a land to drain them for 2. Yeah, let's do 2 modes. Pitch, guess the Wooded Foothills. What is this? Fire Ice and Prismatic Ending. All right, definitely take the Fire Ice. Don't really care about that one, or don't care about the Prismatic Ending terribly too much right now. Let's just get the Tomb here. I'm just used to fetching non-basics against them because, you know, Field of Ruin and, you know, Path, but I don't think it really matters today. Celestial Colonnade. Okay. That was not in their hand, right? Yeah. It was not. I guess if they play this Kahira, are we Maelstrom Pulsing it? I think so. We want a 2-turn clock. They don't even play buy their, you know, Kahira, which is kind of interesting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, we would Maelstrom Pulse it for sure. Ooze, it's not a bad one. It's not a bad one at all. It's like it's an additional threat that is a 3/3, a 4/4. Yeah, it's big enough to tumble with Colonnade. So we know their entire hands. That we do know. We know they have an ending for this ooze. Puts 2 cards on bottom. Okay, that's definitely good for us. Definitely good for us. Let's see. Next turn they're forced to like chump block, right? But they go to 1 doing that. Or no, they're gonna Prismatic Ending here for sure. I'm just being dumb. Just being dumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. Memory Deluge. Really shitty that we don't. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really shitty that I don't have a green source to go fetch with this ooze. They're letting it go though. Okay. I don't believe I do. I'll fetch on the instep here if it allows me to. I don't think it will. Because I think I passed priority. No, I didn't. Okay. If they have a green source, I'll fetch it. Yeah, we don't. We just have a basic swamp. Really definitely wanted to eat this deluge now. I'm assuming they must have a solitude here, right? Activate colonnade, or not colonnade. I'm thinking that they have colonnade, which they do. 3, 4. Okay, they do have this. So we'll float a green here. We will eat our Scavenging Ooze. I guess we attack, right? Kind of feels like it's fine to attack. Yeah, we eat our Tarmogoyf. We gotta eat their Memory Deluge, sadly. Sadly. So it's not looking terribly good for us anymore. Still like kind of a close game. We are at 17. They do have an ending for our Scavenging Ooze though, which is kind of the problem. We have another one though. So we do have some things going for us. 1, 2. Chalice on 1. Okay, and we know they have an island in hand. Okay, they have a mystery card in hand that we don't know about. Buying Kahira and probably just playing it? No. Okay, so they must have a... That was not what we were looking for. They must have a Archmage's Charm, maybe? Maybe? I'm not sure. Definitely hold the mountain. Don't think there's any real point in, like, slamming it. At least yet. We have, like, Collector Brutality and stuff like that. We have reasons to hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know their last card cannot be a land, or else they would have been playing the land beforehand. I guess it doesn't matter, right? We don't get priority back here. Rest in peace. I guess we're eating your solitude. Anything else in the bin worth eating? No. So yeah, let's just let it happen. I always thought it's weird that they play Rest in Peace in their Memory Deluge deck. Okay, they have a Hall? Okay. Need a good one. It's not it. That is just not it. Ice that? Okay. I think we will play this. That is just not it, man. Okay, so they have a Hall and a Colonnade back, so we can't attack. Ooh, now we can, maybe. Probably shouldn't tap our green sources for whatever reason that is. Fulminator is not bad. Not bad at all. So I guess the real question is, do we want to Maelstrom Pulse's Rest in Peace? I don't think there's any real reason to. I'm trying to think. So let's see. This costs 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Activate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Activate. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they can tap this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is awkward, right? That is awkward. Like, we kind of can't, like, do anything, right? So I guess we're just passing here. Like, we could, hypothetically, we could just, like, you know, Maelstrom Pulse the Rest in Peace. Which doesn't feel good. Attack with the Ooze. Blow. No, because the problem is they just activate this Hall in response. And then the ward goes on, and, like, we just can't do anything about that. So, yeah, I don't think there's any... Might as well just play the land, right? I think so, because if we draw a land next turn, there might be draws where we want this land on the battlefield. Just kind of shitty. I think the game slipped away from us. They're gonna be scrying the rest of the game. And I mean, it was definitely a close one. Definitely a close one. Puts 2 cards on top. Oof, that's not good. That is not good at all. Don't know what 2 cards they'd keep on top, but I don't think they are. Can't be good news. Cannot be good news. It's a big tough. Yeah, it is. Yep, makes sense. Tick up. All right. Supreme Verdict. Okay. Yeah. I'll give it a draw. Maybe we draw, you know, Bloodbraid Elf, and it can do something. I don't even know if Bloodbraid Elf would even be, like, close to good enough at this point, but... Alright, I mean... It has to be this into Seasoned Pyromancer, probably, but we do have a draw here. Fulminator Mage. This might be okay. I mean, honestly, it's not that bad. Yeah, we'll attack. I mean, they kind of just, I don't know why they tapped. We're saving this Fulminator Mage for the Colonnade, I guess. This is just, it's tough. I mean, we still have Blood Red Elf as another hit, right? What revealed? Just a Fulminator Mage? Okay. Another Blood Braid Elf, please. Into Season Pyromancer. Alright. I think I'm good enough to pack it in here. Maybe I shouldn't. I'm not sure. I'll give it another draw. I don't think that we're gonna be good enough, but I'll give it one more draw. I mean, let's see what this is. A Solitude. That can't be good, right? I give it one more draw. If it's Bloodbraid Elf into Pyromancer, we will continue. But I think that has to be it. And if this is a Teferi, then I think we can concede. Kahira, no, I don't think I don't concede to this yet. Don't concede to that yet. Or like even Pyromancer into, okay. All right, that's good enough. They're at that point. We are also at that point. All right, Abrupt Decay probably should come in just from seeing the Rest in Peace, and I don't think we need this now Spellbomb. It's pretty bad, but let's keep a Bolt in, keep them honest. Keep them honest. A Bolt, you know, it's always fine to keep like one or two in. Like if you really want, I don't think I would be keeping all of them in, but again, keep them honest. Yes. Can't keep that one, sadly. Sand's pretty decent. Think we're fine. Ditching what is the question? Kind of like Fulminator Mage, but I think I can get rid of it. I think we just want this curve here. It's not the best, like, I mean, Scavenger obviously isn't like a powerhouse in this matchup, but okay. Well, they have an answer, and an answer. I guess we just take the Purge here. God, this is so brutal, right? Okay, so we also, like, I think we have to take the Purge, right? Purge just answers this on a 1-for-1 answer, which is kind of like what I don't want. Just draw a Dark Confidant and win the game, please. Right? That would be Rin 6. Well, shit. Now I kind of wish I took the Rest in Peace. Well, shit. I mean, Purge still would have answered this anyways, so... We do have answers to Rest in Peace. They might force this. If that's the case, I'd be happy. I don't know why you would with Rest in Peace in hand, but... I guess we do have, like, you know... Honestly, I think, yeah, it's not insane. I mean, yeah, alright, I'm fine with that. Probably just ditching the Scavenge News next turn. Don't think it's really that fantastic. I just feel like that's weird. They don't play their Rest in Peace. Do they have a? I mean, we're slamming Lily into what seems to be a counter spell, but no. Okay. I mean, Ooze is damn near useless, so let's just hope that we get a land for this Bloodbraid Elf next turn. Which, I mean, still kind of like not even that great against Teferi, but again, we are here. We're here. This is where we're at. It still kind of answers. Wow, they didn't cast their Fire Ice? What the heck? That is bizarre to me. That is interesting. Just, I mean, I guess it's just a fairy here, right? Yep. They down-ticking? Yeah. Fulminator Mage. Oh, guess we're playing that one. Guess we're playing that one. And we're bopping their land now. We're on the full Lily get there plan. So we know they have a Rest in Peace and a Mystery card. We are on the hope they don't have lands plan, and that they don't. Sweet. Well, I think we're looking pretty decent here. They don't have white mana, so they probably can't answer this Ooze. And they kind of have to answer the Lily this turn. That's so sweet. This is sweet. Are we concerned about Fire Ice? Probably not. Let's just tick up again. I don't know if just ultimating just wins us the game or not, but this is what we're here for. Bang, bang. This feels good. Feels good. I mean, they would have to have like Fire Ice into what, White Source to have a chance here. That seems a little bit like a stretch. They don't have Fire Ice, so I guess maybe like Brazen Borrower could be an option. I don't really know. Sweet. Sweet. We love to see it, don't we? We love to see it. Fetch, I guess we get a Stomping Ground here. Kind of want red and green. We have plenty of black. Raging Ravine. Do I just keep ticking up? It just kills a land. Kind of like ticking up still. Maybe it's bad, but I'm kind of fine just ticking up indefinitely. Yeah, let's just eat Ooze. Does eating Bloodbraid Elf, does that change the clock at all? So we're attacking for, what, 5, and then 9, and then 5. So if we attack them for 5, that puts them to 13. I'm not sure, but I don't know if K Command's really going to matter this game. Let's just pretend like we're getting there. Alright. Flood Strand's scary. They probably have a Prismatic Ending, but I don't know what they're going to hit here. I mean, you go to 1 here if you kill our Lily, which I think you kind of have to kill the Lily. Which, I mean, like, I'm fine with that. I don't really care. Oops, no, I don't want to Thoughtseize or whatever that's... Don't want to do that. Nope, don't concede. Jesus. That is the last thing I want to do right now. They're at 1. What would it have to take? I don't know. I really don't know if they have it out here. Alright, they conceded. Sweet. Yeah, felt good to take down control, especially that fashion, especially when our hand was not even that great, and we saw their hand and we were like, whoo doggy, but I will see you all in match number 4. We are here. Let me just make sure. Okay. Here for match number 4. Ugh. You know what? I'm going to keep it. Let's hope this Tarmogoyf's good enough, right? Cross your fingers. Murray fish. Murray fish, please. Please give us some sympathy, please. Please. So I guess we're getting a Overgrown Tomb? No. I don't know. What do we want? Uh-oh. God. Guess we'll see. We might just get Swamp here. I'm fine waiting here. What are we fetching? I'm like semi-afraid that they have Blood Moon for some reason, because I know that that card's like really popular right now. So I'm just gonna get Swamp and play our Dark Confidant out. It's just if this wasn't this like current metagame, I think I would not be fetching the Swamp here. But just considering like literally the most popular, I think Blood Moon, at least online, has been like super popular recently. So let's just see what they're up to. Fire Ice. Is this Rhinos? I don't really know what this is. If it's Rhinos, our hand's pretty decent against pretty decent against Rhinos. Red. Lotus Field. Oh. I don't even know what this is. I'm interested though. Okay. Is this Jessica? What is it? Field? Whatever it's called? I don't really know what's going on. Oh, okay. Oh, it's Kiki. Oh, it's, yes. Wow. Okay. That's what we thought it was. Do we care about Snap? Probably. Don't really care about this Kiki Jiki. Kind of do care about the. It's one of these two. It's either Blood Sun or Snap. And what is Snap doing currently? Not much. But this Deceiver X Art's kind of scary. The fact that it's free with Lotus Field. So I think I'm just going to take the Blood Sun, though. Don't think their Snap's really doing too much. Don't really think they're... Yeah, maybe I'm crazy. That's kind of cute that this is free with Lotus Field. Definitely something, to say the least. Scavenging News. Well, that's a darn good reason to not take the Snap. I would love for this to survive. God, only if we had a land. If we only had another green source. This was like a what? I don't even know. Was it Stomping Ground? God, that'd be beautiful. Let's see what's going on. Probably X Arcane here. I'd assume. Yeah, it's just free. Like, why not? Don't think there's any draws that really just like lose us the game here. But let's see. Maybe it's double X Arc. Okay, no, it's Archmage's Charm. If they draw a land, they're probably really incentivized to just Fire Ice this now. I mean, they kind of have to do that, right? I would assume. I don't know why they wouldn't do that now. But I do like our opponent's deck. It seems pretty sweet. It's just like the Kiki combo attached to Blood Sun things. Oh, they have a Flame Slash. Interesting. It's definitely interesting. Flame Slash is a sorcery. Okay, that's really what I was worried about. So, do we want to lose to Counterspell Land Kiki? Probably not. Probably not. Do we want to lose to Counterspell Kiki? No, I don't think so. Next turn, if they don't do anything, we'll Maelstrom Pulse it next turn. Yeah, no, we just don't want to lose to something weird like that. Like, I don't know, another Archmage's Charm into land slam Kiki comboed. Like L. Oops, someone is calling me. Okay. Well, let's just go for the Maelstrom Pulse. Yeah, let's just go for the Maelstrom Pulse. I think maybe I should have just gone to combat first. That was a mistake, but here we are. Here we are. Flusterstorm? Alright. Okay. Nope. Well. Are they blocking here is the question. Probably. Okay, now I'm a little bit concerned here. We need to keep double red up for the rest of this game. Because I really don't want to lose to, like, I don't know, fire ice on one of our red sources. And we don't have bolt up. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no, we're just gonna go to combat now. So they're probably gonna go snap, fire. No, they don't. It's kind of interesting. Thought they would snap here before combat. See what they do here. Archmage's Charm. I think I'm fine bolting the snap. Because it feels like it's essentially the same thing as bolting the Kiki Jiki here. So let's just do this. Let's see if they block. I mean, they kind of, I mean, they're forced to block here. I think I'm fine post-combat Bloodbraid Elfing here. It's like, you know, it's kind of shitty, but we didn't really know what we were doing. So, yeah, no, this is fine. Obviously, if they have a Deceiver Exarch, we lose, which is, you know, it is what it is. I think maybe we should have played smarter against, if like that's specifically something we were worried about. And if they have it, like, I think we should have just played smarter around it, but yeah, we should have. I think wasting that bolt was a bad idea. Because if they draw it, we die to it because it's free. So I think we just played that turn bad. And that was just a mistake. If we lose, it's completely like my fault. Like we should have just let them go to blocks, Maelstrom Pulse. They probably counter it, which is fine, but then we just hold up Bolt for the Kiki. Obviously, I think they don't have it. I think we're getting a little lucky that, you know, they didn't do that, but I think it was a mistake going for the Bolt. Leona's a pretty good one. Leona is a pretty good one. They have Fire Ice, maybe? Snap. Fire Ice. Okay. Oh, we lose to Bolt if we go for it. I mean, but like, what does plain Liliana do? I don't really know. So let's just do this. I don't really know what plain Liliana does, so if you have a Bolt, you have a Bolt. Right? Like, Liliana doesn't really do that much here. If you have the Bolt, you have the Bolt. They do have it, it seems like. Seems like they got it. I feel like that is what they just drew. Yeah, if we had a Bolt here, we'd be such better shape. We just wouldn't be able to lose this game. They have an out. Let's see if they draw. If they draw, we 100% lost this game. I mean, we just played this game bad. It happens though. I mean, especially against like a little bit looser combo decks. Is this just a Valakut Awakening? Don't think this does that much. Our opponent played very well though. Like they played to their outs. Played to their outs. I respect it. think they are dead. Yep. Yeah, we totally punted that game too. So, well, I'm happy we won. It feels kind of bad though. Yeah, Plague Engineer is probably decent. Let's see what we don't want here. Fatal pushes. I don't really want fatal pushes. Bolts are like fine though. Let's see. They're playing snaps, so obviously I think ooze is fine. We might want some number of spell bombs. We might want some number of brutalities. And I think that, and maybe Plague Engineer to cut the combo off. So Maelstrom Pulse feels kind of slow and shitty, but I think we want one. Because I am a little bit worried about Blood Moon. Same thing with Abrupt Decay. We'll keep that in. I think that's better though. Do we want Bloodbraid Elf? It's weird because they're like a shitty control deck. I don't think we want Spell Bombs. And I don't think we want. I think we're just gonna swap that. I think, like, I honestly think we're pretty decent against this deck. So yeah, I think this is fine. Bolt and push are like kind of weird, right? Because bolt kills one, push doesn't, unless you have revolt, and then revolt's just better. But bolt does stop the combo. It does stop the combo because they can't untap Kiki Jiki if we have a bolt. So I don't think we really want Plague Engineer. I think it's like they run a lot of removal spells. Like there's no real reason. No real reason. His hand's awkward. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. I don't really think it does too much. Okay, I think this hand's much better. I'm gonna bottom the brutality. Yeah. Let's see what we draw. If it's a land. All right, I'm just gonna play this tapped. Play this tapped. I don't think I'm in any rush here. We gotta be worried about Blood Sun though, so we might want to play our fetch land here. See if they do anything about it. We might just fetch our basic forest here. Play this out. Feeling okay. I don't know, can you shock against Blood Sun? I don't know if that's how that works or not. Sure. Sure. I mean, we could just be dead here. Like, we just didn't have the right stuff here at the right time. That's actually not a bad one. It's not a bad one. Allows us to hold up push still. They might just go Exarch Counterspell. Untap their land Counterspell. Which would be pretty sweet. That would be super sweet, honestly. But I don't think they do that. What are they doing? This is a Valakut Awakening, maybe? Electrolyze. Okay. Guess we're just fetching. That's kind of interesting that they did that. I think I'll shock. I don't think our life total is terribly important. Let's see what they do. They might have a bolt here, but I don't know why they just wouldn't bolt it. Electrolyze is kind of interesting. Like, obviously we're going to fetch there. It's not worth, like, playing around their combo to not fetch there. Let's see. I'm kind of afraid. Like, I feel like our opponent is playing very well. And kind of, like, heads uppy, I should say. Like, I think they might have the combo in their hand, and they're doing that to play around Fatal Push. But we'd still have Kolaghan's Command, so I'm feeling like semi-safe about this. Another Goyf. Okay. Well, let's just go to combat. See what happens. Again, I'm not trying to just lose this game here. It's gonna be hard though. Gonna be hard. I think we almost, like, soon we're gonna have to just bite the bullet, and like if they have it, they have it. If they have it, they have it. Hopefully we draw like a fetch land or something. Or maybe we were just like hoping to hit like Wrenn and 6 here. We might just need a K command here, just to, like, I don't know, get the ball rolling in some sense. I think I'm gonna do that. Just we need to get something going. I can't just sit here forever and just do nothing. Paying costs. The bolt maybe? It's kind of awkward that there's only instants and sorceries in this bin. Or instants and lands. What are they going to do? Flusterstorm? Okay. It's kind of annoying, but... Okay, no. No, we will not pay for Flusterstorm, sadly. Fetch land? That's pretty good. Allows us to just go Goyf. I wonder if they have Cryptic. I don't think they'd have Cryptic. Maybe I should have been worried about Cryptic and played this post-combat. But I guess if they have Cryptic, it grows our Goyf. But they might just go Cryptic, bounce, draw, or counter bounce, something like that. Oh, they just counter it. Okay. Growing our Goyf. Look at you. Thank you, opponent. Counterspell that we very much needed. So we have double push now. Hopefully we draw land next turn, an untapped land. I should specify. And then we could just go Bloodbraid Elf and continue on with our life here. A bolt. I think we're gonna wait. I don't want to just lose here. So if they tap down our like fetch land, that might just happen. Snap. We electrolyzing? Electrolyze. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Untap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, oh god, I'm a dope. I should have pushed first. I just missed out on 3 points of damage. Oopsies. Oh, oopsies. Whatever. Yeah, they just let it go. That was bad. That was bad. Ugh, so bad. So bad. Literally noticed the second I did it too. That, blech, blech, blech. That's so bad. We're so bad. I do feel better about this though. Now with the bolt in hand, I think we can like more freely just go Bloodbraid Elf. They're gonna counter this? Sure. I would love for them to counter this. Okay. Yeah, that was just a mistake. I have 6 cards. Bolt, yeah. So we're gonna go Bloodbraid Elf next turn. We're gonna have push and Volt up. So I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Do need to get some pressure. I'd love to hit like a discard spell off of it. Love it. Oh, we need a green source. Need a green and a red. Cascade. Come on. Inquisition. That's okay. That is a fine draw. Or fine cascade. And it's actually pretty good that it like happens before this is in play. So like if they had like an electrolyze or something, we could snipe it. Okay, they're drawing 2. We definitely played this game super slow and super conservatively. So kind of curious if we've been rewarded or punished once we look at their hand, or even if they let us look at their hand. Because there's like a chance that like the whole time we've been playing like this, it's they're countering and drawing our Inquisition. That is bold. It's actually kind of good to know that they do have that though. They have, cryptics. They do have cryptics. That's kind of nice to know. I'm kind of curious if they have Blood Moon. I'm guessing not with all these pathways. That would just be kind of awkward, right? Like these would just be islands instead. Yeah, with all 4 copies, there's no shot. Maelstrom Pulse? Alright. Fine with it. Another Cascade. Inquisition. Running it back. Running it back. Valakut Awakening. That's never like a sign of strength, right? They might just be putting back all the 3 drops. 5 cards? Jesus. Please don't hit a cryptic. That'd be annoying, but I guess fine. One, 2. Fire away our Bloodbraid Elf. Jeez, okay. No, we are not paying for Flusterstorm. Okay. No. Okay. Here we are. We're like, I guess, semi at parity, although against the blue deck, I never feel safe at this type of board state, so. Never feeling safe. What are they doing here? Red, red. Fury, okay. Interesting. Raging Rain, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Maelstrom Pulse. Counterspell. Alright, well, let's bolt it. Don't you dare have another Flusterstorm or something like that. Okay, Counterspell. Maybe we should have done on their upkeep. I'm not actually certain. So they attack us for 6. Oh my god, that's a good draw. Oh my god, oopsies, sorry. That's a good draw. That is a good one. Oh, I don't think we're long for this world. Yeah, this has been a very, very grindy game. Red, red. Blood Sun. Sure, I guess we're fetching. We'll fetch around Blood Moon too. I'm not just, again, I don't really think they have it, but we might as well fetch here. Oh man, this is not good. Kind of think we need a Scavenging Ooze. for multiple reasons, but Scavenging Ooze would probably be the draw we're looking for. Thoughtseize, we'll Thoughtseize and concede here. Just kind of curious what else is in their deck. Maybe this is like bad to just Thoughtseize now, but I'm just like fairly certain they have a way to like burn us out even if we don't do it, we go to 1. Like their deck just plays like a million Fire Ices, like just a bunch of stuff like that. Like a bunch of snaps and stuff. And like another Fury, I don't even know if we could have beat that, but alright. Tough one for sure. Was that game 2? Oh my god, that was game 2. Alright, I think I'm a little bit more sold on Spellbomb now that they have Memory Deluge. Off of that, I think I'm off of Maelstrom Pulse. I don't think I really want that card. And I can trim a Scavenging Ooze since we have 3 more Spell Bombs. We have a decent amount of ways of interacting with the graveyard. With the full 4 snaps probably and Memory Deluge, I think I'm a little bit more sold. But it's still not like 100% like you should be playing Spell Bomb against this deck. Okay. I'm going to keep this. I don't really want to mulligan. And like, we have things that we can do. We have, you know, Inquisition and a Spell Bomb here. We're not like dying for green mana right away. Like, it would definitely be nice, but it's okay. I think we're just going to Spell Bomb on 1 and then Inquisition on 2. Oh my god, that's in their deck? Alright. Sure. Guess. Wait, this card does literally nothing. Fantastic. Well, it'll just sit and play then. We can't cycle it. That's kind of shitty. Bolt. Okay. That is very shitty that we can't cycle. Okay. Lance? Okay. Yeah, wow, okay. I don't know what to say. This is interesting to say the least. I think I'm just going to play this Run 6 out and just start ticking up. We don't actually have a way to deal with that permanent anymore, but I mean, this will just be like a very long lightning bolt over time. Like maybe they want to deal with this for some reason. Who knows? You never know. Tick up. Guess we're playing our Goyf out here. Yep. Guess that's what we're doing. I actually don't think we have a way of dealing with it, right? Both of our Maelstrom Pulses are gone. Yeah, we don't have a way of dealing with this card. Alright. I mean, not that I'm even certain we need to deal with it, but it would definitely be helpful if that was not on the board. God, they have 5 cards in hand. Blech. Blech. That's not bad. Inquisition, you. I think we're going to start pinging now. I just wanted to get it out of bolt range, but it's not even like certain that that's even worth it. Counterspell. Okay. Another Goyf. Another one. Ping train begins. The ping train is started. Damn Abrupt Decay. Can't hit your darn ley lines. I hate it. I hate it. Not really. Let's see what they're doing. Red, blue. What is this? This is an EE for 2? God, that'd be brutal. No? So saying EE for 2, and I think we are in deep, deep doo-doo. Oh my. Jeez. Jeez, opponent. Not like this. Not like this. I mean, they might as well pop it now, right? No? Are they going to let us get a ping off with Rin? Hey, 3 points of damage. Haha! Look at you. Look at you, opponent. Looking like a dope now. Goals. Getting in that. Wow, they letting us hit too? Jeez. Alright. I didn't expect that one, to say the very least. I didn't expect that. Alright, so they have a memory deluge. God, if they just wouldn't pop their EE for some unforsaken, like, God-known reason, that would have been beautiful, but they don't. So sad. A bolt. Great. Great, great, great. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, so we're going to have to pop this now. Yeah, there's no reason not to pop it now, because if they hit a land, they just get to flash it back, and that's just kind of brutal for us. Just kind of brutal. Can't afford to let them, untap with it. They drew another one that's, like, pretty shitty, too. Blood Sun, okay. Please. Please, please, please don't give us a fetch land. Jeez. Oh man, we are in the thick of it here. Let's see what they do with this opt. It's one on top. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. That can't be good. Another opt. Alright, I'm fine with that one. Put it to the bottom. Putting it to the bottom. We might need to, like, abrupt decay this Blood Sun, not gonna lie. Jesus. Oh, golly. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I mean, like, am I supposed to, like... I mean, I think I am. I'm not even certain about that. That's just, like, so bad. Like, it's bad if they have, like, a deluge or something, but I kind of need them to not have anything at this point. Alright. Come on, deck. Ooze. Fantastic. I feel like if I play this ooze, I lose the game, so let's just not do that. Sure. I just feel like, yeah, I really don't think that playing this ooze out is like a game-winning play. I think we're going to lose pretty poorly. Let's see. Crackling Drake. Alright, well, we're going to go for the kill, I guess, and we're probably dead. They probably have Flusterstorm. God, this has been a tough game here. We just, like, didn't find a land for way too long. I'm not convinced that the land would have done anything either way. And they're, like, 5-for-1ing us out the wazoo. And, like, this ley line, I didn't think it was going to be very good against us. But it just kind of, like... I mean, it did just, like, completely bone us. Okay, I guess we'll play our ooze. I don't think this matters, but... What's this, 11? They probably have, like, a fire ice or something. Let's see. They probably just have the combo. I'm like pretty certain. Maybe they sided out of the combo. Who knows? Not attacking with snap. Interesting. The bolts kills us. Opt almost signifies our death, I think. No. Heyo. Another Lotus Field. All right. I don't know if we have a draw here. Oh, I think I did have a draw. All right, there's our land finally. Yeah, let's finally play our Blood Red Elf, right? Our so sad Blood Red Elf. Run in 6, yay! All right, we're dead here. Definitely a tough game. Definitely a tough game. But I will see you all for match number 5. So yeah, see you there. Back here for the final match. Let's see if we get a good opener. Let's see. You know, it feels like we started on a high note, and then we felt the Jun. You know, we've gotten our good set of draws and our bad set of draws. Definitely feeling the Jun love, right? The 3-2 is the Jun dream, right? You know, we're the 50-50 gods. Sure. Mana base definitely seems really sketchy, right? We've had trouble. I mean, we haven't really seen the Pyromancer very often, but like definitely feel like the older lists are lacking in the correct mana. But you never know. What are we up against? Oh, Luris. I should have noticed. Okay. Do we just take their creature? I think so. I'm only fine with that. Let's just have them not draw land, right? Take their turn 1 play. Although they do have, Sigarda's Aid. Fatal Push is pretty good against this deck now. So, happy to see that over our Bolt. And especially with this hand. Like, obviously, we'd rather the Bolt, but... they're fetching. They're probably just slamming the Aid. Yeah. Probably. Yeah, let's just play our Tarmogoyf. Please don't draw land. Fingers crossed. Yay! I don't think they'd be thinking this long if they drew land. So I guess I'm gonna just take this Indigenous Smith if they didn't draw land. If they did, then they're just they're just like, yeah, celebrating. But all right, so we know their hands. Honestly, might as well just dismiss it all. Probably gonna take the Indigenous Smith here. I don't think there's really anything else I want to take. Yeah, just take the Indigenous Smith. Like, I literally don't think there's anything else to take. Like, yeah. Alright. Shadowspear in play. Heyo, look at that. We drew our lands that we don't really even need. So this is definitely a Bloodbraid out matchup, I believe. Okay, sorry about that. We are back, and we're letting this resolve, I guess. I guess we're gonna push. I mean, we could bolt it. So, okay, let's say we push it, and then we bolt them. And then we draw land, we kill them. I think I'm fine with that line. Fine with that line. Didn't get there. Did not get there. I think it's a fine line, though. Now it's going to be pretty hard for them to win anyways. They'd probably have to draw an I don't even know what they could draw. Like, Ornithopter doesn't get them there. Yeah, I don't really know what they could draw. Alright, they conceded. Sweet. Sweet. Okay, so obviously Collector Oof, Ancient Grudge, these are 2 good ones. Bad ones are what? Bloodbraid Elf is like kind of slow, but you might need it. I don't think Liliana is good at all. Ren's kind of in the same boat. Ooze is kind of in the same boat. Then everything else here is okay. So are there any things... I mean, Plague Engineer is not horrible. And then I think we're fine with this. So better question is, what do we not want? We really don't need the oozes. Oozes feel really shitty. And probably just a Lily. Just ship this. I mean, I think this is going to be a tough matchup for us, but Plague Engineer can at least name Inkmoth Nexus, which feels pretty good. Maybe I should have brought Fulminator Mage in, but I think that's just like not good enough. Oh my god, this hand's so slow. It's so slow. This hand is super duper slow. I mean, I guess it's a turn 1 discard spell. I'll keep it. Don't really know what we're going to be mulliganing aggressively to anyways. Okay, wow, they pass after that? Let's get a Blood Crypt then, because now we have 2 1-mana interactions. 2 1-mana interactive spells. Cranial Plating or Stoneforge Mystic? Well, I guess it's Stoneforge Mystic, and we're going to have to fight off the demons here with 2 Urza Sagas. Fighting them off. It's going to be difficult. Maelstrom Pulse kind of makes me feel a little bit better about this situation, but still not particularly great. Oh man, this is going to be a tough game. Definitely going to be a tough one. They're just making a contract now? That's nice. Sure. Do we bolt this? Do we bolt that or just Lily down ticket? Kind of just want to bolt it. But no, let's just Lily down ticket. I'm not actually certain if that's right though. Down tick. Okay. I think we're like maybe okay. I'm not actually certain. It's still going to be a tough game to win, but I think we might be able to stabilize from this position. So we'll just play Plague Engineer, name Construct here. Unless, if they have a Springleaf Drum, that's fine. What's this? Equip, okay, that's fine. We can discard what? I'm probably just discard this bolt, right? Yeah, I'm gonna discard the bolt. Another aid, alright, let's just play Bloodbraid Elf, I think is fine. I'm not sure if it's better to play this or the Plague Engineer, but Tarmogoyf, okay. It's not bad. Gives us some pressure, honestly. We'll chump with the Bloodbraid here. Okay, Concealed Courtyard, fine with us. 20, sure, we'll block, I promise. Promise we shall block. Yeah, so let's down tick. They make a construct in response, which is fine. Let's play a... we might need to kill this, right? Yeah, because they can just get Shadow Spear. Could just pop the Colossus Hammer, though. Nah, it's probably just better to do this. Or is there even, like... I guess the real question is, is that even winning the game? Oh, I guess, okay, let's also play Renin 6. This is just being dopey. So we can go Renin 6, plus on a land, get Maelstrom Pulse. Yes, okay. We found a line that is, I guess, reasonable. Lands, Maelstrom Pulse the construct. We might be able to race this, I'm not certain. I mean, I guess this this whatchamacallit, this Urza Saga token does not have anything equipped to it, so they can just get another Colossus Hammer, but I think that's fine. I think that is fine. Now, next turn, we probably just need a Bloodbraid Elf. They might just get Shadow Spear still. Shadow Spear is pretty darn good. Yeah, they do. Okay. I think that is the correct option. Wow, they don't buy Luris. That's a mistake. That is a mistake. So, yeah, let's just play Lily, tick up land, play Plague Engineer. I don't know what we're going to name. Trying to think, like, what cards to name. Like, what are we worried about out of their deck? I'm not certain at this point. Let's just name Ink Moth Nexus, or what is it called? Is it just a Blink Moth? Let me look this up. Ink Moth Nexus. Uh-oh. It is a what? Blink Moth. Okay. Blink Moth. If they would have bought Luris, they might have been in this game. But all right, well they concede, so I guess it didn't really matter what we did. So yeah, I guess thoughts about the deck. It felt pretty fun, you know. Definitely cool playing an older Jund list. Definitely a blast from the past. The things I want to talk about was the mana base definitely seemed worse than like current iterations, even with like Jund Saga and stuff like that. Definitely noticed that was a huge difference. The Fatal Pushes felt pretty good, honestly, throughout the entire league. And the Dark Confidant and Scavenging Oozes felt pretty decent. I think you need to trim these oozes down to like 1 or 2. 3 seems like a little much. This was during the Hogak summer, or whatever it was, so that's like pretty reasonably running Scavenging Oozes. You could definitely tell like the main deck felt pretty decent overall against like everything, but like the sideboard just was like a little off, right? We were playing with like Fulminate Rage, which is not good. I mean, it's fine. Plague Engineer, fine. Magic card. Really, the only sideboard cards I felt like we had in this actual list here were these 9. And like it's kind of similar to like, you know, what happens now. Sometimes you copy a deck list and you feel like what's good, what's bad. Typically in your sideboard you have a few standout cards that are just like, wow, that card was just like useless. I don't know why I had it. And I think these 6 could be. I mean, I think 1 Plague Engineer is always fine in Jund, and like this 6 you just don't need, or these 5. Like you don't need these cards. Uh, Other than the main deck, I mean, Maelstrom Pulse honestly came in pretty clutch. Like it's really good, I think, right now. I don't think I'd be on 2, but 1 might be fine. Running 1 Pyromancer in the deck felt a little off. I'd be running at least a little bit more, and I mean, it felt pretty decent. We got the Jund 3-2, which I mean is kind of all you hope for. So, anyways, thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys do like this, you know, little mini thing that I'm gonna do. I would really like to, you know your feedback, because I think that'd be interesting to just like continue doing like older deck lists and seeing what it's like. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Just let me know if you really like this new, I'm gonna say, series that I'm doing. Just let me know. So I'll see you all. Thank you for watching.